Is this thing on? Is this thing on? So Icewolfgem here, and today we're gonna be playing Call of Cthulhu. Now, you're all probably wondering what's going on here, so I'll just trim it as best I can. I played this game on livestream, like, a couple of days ago, a new game over, and play it on YouTube, because I couldn't find the actual original video on Twitch for some reason, and, I'm just gonna try to figure out how to figure this out. So, I'm gonna start everything all over on Call of Cthulhu, and then we're gonna continue from there. So, I'm gonna start a new game on Call of Cthulhu, and then we're gonna continue on from there. Because I don't know why I couldn't find the original video for Call of Cthulhu, my first Let's Play on Twitch. So, welcome! Thank you for joining our live stream. So I'm gonna start a new game, if that's okay. So we're gonna replace this one with a new file. Yes we are. So now we're gonna be playing Call of Cthulhu from the very beginning. Once again, I'm sorry to say this, but it's probably better this way. So let's begin. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Well, that's that one way to go. That's kind of depressing. So, also, I have been trying to think about letting you all decide on what build should I go with. So, is that all okay? You all okay with that? You're all okay with that? If you are, just see yes or no. It will actually really help me out a lot. But please, I insist. I need the help bad. Alright. Hold on before we actually get... Hold on. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet. Actually, since I already watched the credits, you go ahead and watch the very beginning. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who is in callousness can remain sane to his hideous end. Lovecraft. Yep, that's legit not disgusting whatsoever. Okay, we climb up the steps. Alright. Okay, everyone, are you ready? Let me know if you're ready. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this day in death. To crouch, press circle. Of course, this is locked. Don't think I didn't notice you. Alright, let's go. Down we go. It's a little dark. So we have to collect the lantern first. You must light us eyes in order to interact with them. Fair enough. Here we have a bow cutter. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see.
In my wake, pulled along.
Yeah, Cthulhu. Long time no see. Oh yeah, it'll draw us on to all of us. We all know that. Don't we already know that? Excuse me? What was that? Ugh. Man, even the killer whale couldn't withstand that. Okay, up here I guess?
You have been chosen.
I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. 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 No. Bye. Goodbye.
Behold,
The world?
everything has already been written.
What do you mean already been written? Welcome to the live stream.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Yes. That I am attempting to do, so you can't say anything. We're bested. Well, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining in. Looks like we're next. Oh. Oh yeah, it was all a dream. Well, that was pathetic.
I hate whiskey.
Then why bother drinking it?
I used to be an
around.
avid reader.
Let's take a look around, shall we? Hey, look at the live stream, everybody! Welcome, welcome!
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married
What's that
woman
say?
runs off with her girlfriend. Husband couldn't understand it.
Wow. Now that's what I call a real close
A
case.
good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Alright, speakeasy.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Turn this off. That's a little annoying. What? No mythology? There's our
Been a
wallet.
while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Ooh. Okay. This is actually really good. Oh, hello! Welcome! Welcome to the live stream. Yes, I'm doing another live stream, so I hope you all don't
I
mind.
wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills. Man, the nightmares was really that bad, huh? Well, I get a choice to drink a bottle of whiskey or the telephone, so I'm taking the telephone.
I'm
Hello?
listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
No, this is the
That's
pizza
correct.
delivery, of
Hello,
course!
Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire
really?
has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
Oh, really?
So very
Tell me one more.
sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is where we do our build. So, let's see. What should we go with? What on earth should we go with? So what should I do? We have medicine, which represents your medical knowledge, improves the skill and increases your chance to determine the doses of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or expressing your understanding of medical problems. Here is occult represents your knowledge of occult science. It improves the skill and increases your chance of determining the use of origin of occult artifacts and the expressions you know of the myths. Here we have psychology. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improves the skill and increases your chance of understanding the motives of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of an object. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improve the skill and increases your chance of finding hidden objects and undiscovered objects. Not bad. Eloquor. Eloquor represents your ability to influence those you talk to by the power of your speech. Improve the skill and increase your chance of convincing or manipulating during discussion. There's strength. Strength represents your ability to call in on your physical power. Improve the skill and increase your chance of forcefully doors or mechanisms or of use violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Investigate represents your investigating talent. Improve the skill increases your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picklocks. Ooh, that's actually not half bad. Okay, so which skill should I level up first? Which one should I focus first? Which one should I focus first? Okay, so we have a comment that says hidden spots. So if you think about it, the hidden spots might actually be really useful because we can actually look for things that we cannot see. So let me level this up to... Oh dear, I don't have enough. Well, let me level up these two. Actually, to be honest, I wonder if I just... Can I level this up anymore? Let's see. Let's just focus on spots hidden for now, so that way we can actually get an advancement on it. So maybe that'll be useful. Maybe we'll just focus on that first. If I remember correctly, validation. No, not yet. Occultism. Yeah, let's just focus on this for now. Okay, so okay, I guess this will be enough. Alright, this will be good enough.
Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
Alright,
And
are you ready?
on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
Oh boy,
What's
here we
wrong?
go.
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Work is
Mr.
definitely
Pierce,
scarce.
You know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're
Yeah,
worth
is it worth it?
not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll.
Fair enough.
Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Well, you just hung that up like it was nothing.
I'm coming.
Alright, so this is where we get our first case. So yeah, the hidden spots might actually help us out a lot. Like, a lot. Because it actually help us find the hidden points in some...
Sir, I
areas
came
that might
here
actually
on the
be
advice of a
helpful.
person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
I know how you feel. Nice painting.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr.
Yeah,
Pierce,
it's
are you
interesting.
capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Everybody
Sarah,
does that, so
my little
you're okay.
girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was
Sarah Hawkins.
Sarah Hawkins.
Oh yeah,
The
the
painter.
famous painter.
Yes, everyone knows her work.
Yeah,
The police
everybody
accuse
does.
her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah,
That's actually
her
a good
husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Maybe
Find
she's
out
not
the
dead?
truth.
Huh?
They say she was mad, but
Everybody
I know
can fake
that's a
her death.
lie. She would never
Yeah,
have done
she's
such a
not dead.
thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell
Maybe
me
I
all
should
the
have.
assumptions that come to mind.
All the assumptions that come to mind, huh? It looks like a man
what am
fighting
I supposed to
Cthulhu.
find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
So
Yes,
you wanted to just look at this.
please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay, so a piece of document. Let's
A
take a look at
warehouse
this.
on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Alright, so we have 3 pictures of the Hawkins family. Examine painting. Sanity, huh? Nightmare. It does not disturb it whatsoever. Investigate any clues. Found inventory.
On the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr.
Maybe
Pierce,
so.
what do you make of these elements?
Sorry, my ear itches. Happens all the time. I don't know why. Where does Sarah Hawkins
Darkwood.
live?
Never heard of the place.
Let's
Where
get
is
off track for a bit just to
It's
find
a
out some
small,
information about
remote
this.
island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose
Oh,
you
go
want
ahead.
to ship
Go
me
ahead and
off
draw and
there.
listen. That actually might help.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Alright, I'll cover it for you. Okay. Okay, they need that you just sit there, listen, while you draw. That actually might help calm your senses. Yeah, I think that's about right. Give me 1 second. Listen to the next
You
question.
must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Sorry about that. I thought I heard someone honking. Honestly. Okay, you should take
The
this meeting with
meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Oh my word! No wonder I heard a honky. That's from in the game. Oh my word! I'm so stupid. I'm legit stupid. I legit thought there was someone outside my house. I am so
Her husband
stupid.
was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile.
Well, that
I
is
believe
true.
you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
All right, let's find
The
out
sender's
about
label
Warehouse 36.
mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter
Yeah.
could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out.
Yeah.
Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Warehouse 36. Okay, that's all the information. Let's
The
find out
sender's
about it.
label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Yep, that's definitely from the game. I legit thought it came from outside. Oh my word, I'm an idiot. Okay, so that's all the
I'm
information you
beginning to
need.
understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up.
Yes, please.
An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only
Yeah.
clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death,
Yes.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
Or
All
heavily
right,
in a trap.
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Mr.
Show
Pierce.
that on.
I
People
didn't
probably
expect
like
any
that.
less coming from a man in your situation.
I gotta admit, I do like your art
Something's
style.
queer,
Oh,
but it's
please.
not like I have a choice.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead, take your time.
Darkwater.
Let's see.
I think
find
I've got a
about
book. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston,
Oh.
but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Oh, so this is
It
a
seems
famous
to have
place
been
for whale
shown since
hunting.
then.
That's nice to know. Alright,
All I have to
so-
do is go to the port. I just hope that I
Whoever
can
just
find a
calls
boat
us.
able to take me to Darkwater.
The Learning of Medicine. Volume 1. Ooh, medicine progression. Oh no! Oh, I'm stupid! I can't upgrade them now! No! Man, it's only a one-time thing.
I used to be an avid reader.
Man!
I used to be an
well.
avid. Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Well, so much for that. Man. I hate when that happens.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Yeah.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
So apparently the only way for me to upgrade the, occult skill and the... Switch that, please. And medicine is literally by reading books. And to be honest... That's kinda suck. Well... Man... I should have at least made do? Well, at least I upgraded this, at least. Oh well. Alright, let's go. Next stop, Darkwater. Pierce looks... Excuse me. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is a curse of having caused a fire that killed her and her family, and the only clue she left her father, a disturbing painting on the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Or the beginning of something terrible that we shouldn't get involved with. But hey! It's not like everybody cares. Everybody likes to get... But hey, who cares? What's a little adventure? Alright, let's go. Well, that is true. Death is a very powerful tool. Alright, here we go. Next stop, Blackwater. Focus Home Interactive presents Death. Well, here we go. A game buys an added studio. Alright. Man, I've been trying to play this livestream for a while now. And also, you're not going to be seeing me upload any videos for the next 3 days. Like, last night, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Because I'm going to be trying to do some more of these live streams.
We're almost there.
Thanks for the info. I could really use that. Alright, here we go. Next stop, Blackwater. Call of Cthulhu. This might not end well. Alright. Let's try to get as much information about Blackwater Bay as much as we can. This might actually help us in some situations. Which means that we cannot abuse the only time we actually get here. This might actually help us recover in certain situations. Not to mention help us with a few information about our skills and abilities. And this could actually help us with a lot of problems.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you.
Lovely place. Nice view.
So,
really.
what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins
I can understand
may have
that,
been
but
a
something
land
tells me
robber.
that it doesn't want to get buried that easily.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Fair
You
enough.
know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up.
Fair
Mitchell
enough.
may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Uh-huh.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Thanks a lot.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay, talk to Visor. Let's see what. Talk to Bradley, talk to Visor. Go to the bar.
Let the police do their work.
What happened here?
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Alrighty. These
They
hellcats
seem to
are
be
nothing.
very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
I can understand that.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address.
Alright.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you.
Okay,
Don't
thank
go
you.
near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now,
Okay.
please, allow me to do my job.
You can't.
Okay,
Don't
fine.
put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The blood
Let's
is
take a
just
look.
beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand.
Specialists,
You're
huh?
not sailors. It's a sign.
Yeah,
There's
I
something
definitely
coming.
need to actually...
Something
I
real.
should have upgraded the skills. I'm so mad at myself. Okay, let's hope this worth it. No. I'm increasing my spot hidden. Let's at least upgrade it to that so that way we'll be able to... Let's just be prepared. Hello! Rude. Whoa!
Hey, be careful.
Wow. Who's she?
Let's
she?
get him another drink. He's dry.
Yeah.
In my bar, we
I
don't
think you
serve troublemakers.
This guy didn't show respect. You're overdoing it. It wasn't me who went for it. I'm
Pure
sorry.
instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
Yeah.
307th Infantry Regiment.
Wow.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
Old
I'm
booze can
here for information, not for a fight.
I
Let's just go
prefer
for
it
the-
that way.
Thank you very much.
Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Alrighty,
I didn't
here.
expect to
No
find
presentations.
alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell
Fair
nobody.
enough.
She'd know it anyway.
Oh.
Anything else?
She? Order
Captain
a drink?
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
A small glass. No, let's not. Forget it. I don't need that pick me up. Why the stranded
Stranded
whale?
whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory.
Yeah.
We've never known such wealth since then.
So that's the way they were able to provide. Let's
What
learn
can you
about
tell me
Sarah
about-
Hawkins.
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings.
Yeah.
Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Speak ill, please. We need all the information to get. Sure
Her style made
style
her
was
famous.
strange.
How would you describe it? tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself.
I
Make
already
up your
saw
own
one.
mind.
I understand that her kind of style is a little off as well. I'm not speaking ill if it's
Her
true.
vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it.
That
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I can actually understand that. I
I've
can
got
actually
what I need.
understand it.
Anything else?
Let's return. Let's
That'll be
leave.
all for now.
So... Huh. Strange. What's this?
The miraculous catch. Apparently,
Oh.
the most significant event of the last 80 years.
A new clue. Ah.
And the doctor, what did he say?
Let's take a look around and see if we can find any more clues. What about you, sir?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices.
Do you
up with
like
these men?
our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not
I
be
know.
pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Fair enough. What is this
I've never
song?
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Oh, really? Tell me more about it.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Oh, really?
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
Oh.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Interesting. Let's talk about the
What
end
brought
of
whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They
Well-
all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say
Fair
that,
enough.
yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but
I
I'm
bid you
starting to hear
farewell,
noises.
Good night.
Okay, I think that might actually
stranger.
be my telephone.
So long.
Hold on just a second. Let's just get out of here and let's just...
Charles
Look at this.
Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Oh. So he has a heavy debt. Well, time to go up. Let's see, let's go in here. Alright, let's talk, let's take a look around before we actually do anything. Let's see. What's this?
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A
Whaling
souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Alrighty, and here's a book about... Oh, another medicine. This'll come in handy. Well, it's at 14. Not complaining, but better than nothing. Okay, let's take a look around here as well. What do you all think? Don't you think this is a little suspicious?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
I know, everything's a little gross. Is that because half of these things haven't been used in a long time?
What a macabre souvenir.
A wooden leg. Ugh. But look on the bright side. Half of these things are being well taken care of. Somewhat.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
What's this?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Could it be the woman that was in the bar? Well, anyway, let's look
I
at this
brought out
information.
the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Yeah, I think it's best if we just leave it the way it is. Manifest. Huh. Maybe it's best if I didn't drink. For the sake of my, sanity. So, this is why you should never drink.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater.
Fair enough.
Tell me what I can do to help you.
You can help me by telling me about the documents.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
That is kind of strange.
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Well, in a way, yes. What did he do for a living?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
No, I don't think he did it.
Specialized in whaling.
I think he's not guilty.
But no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
Probably someone else. Talk about Darkwater. The photographs look strange.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Also, that's what I was right. See? I saw the killer whale on the wharf.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
What? Well, I don't know what could have killed him.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
That's true.
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Okay, what could have killed it?
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That is true.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
That actually makes good sense.
Read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I did. I saw it. Oh, sorry. And this
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office.
I can't
but
help
I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
Protection money?
I wouldn't say
Sort of
that.
like...
But she terrifies
Okay, go
my
ahead.
men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you
great.
worry about that.
So basically, she's like her own mafia. Just like in Sooner or Later You're Gonna Be Mine. She makes everyone pay a protection fee so that way everyone will be safe. Let's ask about
I'm looking
Warehouse
for
36.
Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
Okay, thanks.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Alright, let's
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I'll be glad to. Okay, I got one more point. I'm not gonna spend it just yet. I'm gonna keep a hold of it, just to be safe. Alright, let's take a look around. Actually, let's just take a look at the warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yoo-hoo!
Where do you think you're going?
What are the police doing here?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Maybe this will
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident
Silas.
has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Alright. Okay, so we can't go in through there. Let's take a look around. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Let's take a look at the statue for a sec. Whoa. Occultism.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
That actually does look horrific. Poor statue. They say that these statues represents the guardians that protects these sailors. Let's go in here.
Damnation. It's no use. The padlock won't get...
Wait, I was supposed to increase my... Oh, shoot. Well, how am I gonna get it now? Wait a minute. Hold on. Yes. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead if you have to leave. I don't mind. I'm just gonna restart our point for now. I'm trying to figure out, That's weird. Alright, let's head back. Oh, brother. So I have to increase my investigation in order for it to work. Great. Mucking unbelievable. Well, this is not gonna end well. Let me take a look. Okay, so this is where I was.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You gotta be kidding me. For this go. That's legit pointless now.
You could tell me.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious...
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
I legit lost my chance to go into the warehouse, didn't I? Unbelievable. Come on.
It's no use. The padlock... It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Man! Stupid...
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
That's legit garbage. What do I do now?
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I just survived.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
Oh,
You
brother.
bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Let's find out about the island. About
That
St.
statue
Brendan.
represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Is this where you live?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Fair enough.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway.
There's not much work around here. Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here. So we drink.
Fair enough. Actually makes fair enough.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Alright, let's go. Well...
You could tell me. No, if it gets out...
Man... Is there any way I can pick lock up without... Come on. So unfair!
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You're telling me. There must be more than one way to get up there.
Something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Alright, let's go over here. Sorry, I'm just thinking about something. So this is this is her territory, huh? Oh. Finding hidden items. The spot hidden allows you to detect hidden items at a close range. Once all these items are okay. Start right here.
A handle.
A
It
handle.
must come from these old winches.
Alright.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
What's this?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Oh.
An old cogwheel.
A
Rusty,
cogwheel.
but in working order.
Alright. We got all three of these items. Let's go. Let's see.
I could use this old...
Let me put this together. The handle, the cogwheel, and the ratchet device. Let's see if this works.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Oh! That's one way to get inside. So far so good. Alright, and let's go in. Ugh, what is this smell? Ah.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
But it might make you have hallucinations. Let me take a look around. Speakers. Maybe best if we crouch down. No, it's literally all over the air. Muck. Alright, let's just head forward. Alright, let's go forward. Forward we go. Is something here with me? Whoa, no, back up, back up, back up! Run, 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 run! Ah! Oh my word! Are you okay? What the? It's an octopus! No! Seaweed? I had a hallucination? Well, that's scary. Phew. Let's see. Let's just get out of here. What's this?
This is primitive.
It's as if they're sacrificing the whales to this thing. Interesting. Ooh. Pretty. Alright, let's get going. Let's get going.
Oh, this place stinks.
What do you mean?
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
You tell me. Whoa. Alright. Deja vu.
Can't
A bottle
sleep.
of pills.
I know how that feels.
What's this? Medicine.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
There's something hidden here.
It smells as bad as it looks.
Let's take a look at this. Psychology.
What happened here?
He punched a mirror and he was... Something doesn't feel right. What's this?
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
This is one of the photos.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
And here's another painting.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Alright, it seems like we've discovered everything here. Alright, let's just leave. Let me upgrade one of my abilities. Which will definitely be investigate. No. No, psychology, maybe? Yeah, psychology. Maybe that'll help us. Guess I can't leave here, huh?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
Oh,
Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move!
Hi.
You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
This case is
Wound
far
up?
from wound up.
You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Are you
Really?
sure about that?
Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This
Explain that
strange
too.
portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here.
Tell
Come
me
on.
that.
My car's parked down the way.
Go right ahead.
Andrews,
I can really love it.
would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
That because you didn't look all around.
God damn it. Her again.
Oh. So you're capped.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer
Ooh.
Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why,
Oh.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf?
Someone
I've
has
got my
invaded
eye
your
on
turf
you.
long before me.
We'll meet again.
Oh, I bet.
Is it far, this mansion?
I hope
Look
not.
behind you, at the top of the ridge. see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
So that's the Hawkins mansion, huh? Garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned. Reveals some surprises. Signs of recent occupants, as well as a partly charted painting interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Let's enter the madness. Actually, no. Let's end this here. No, let's not skip this. This might not end well. Let's talk to him first and then we'll put an end to the video.
Well, here we are. Hawkins mansion.
Interesting.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
That's nice to know. Let's see.
You're
you
the
know this
one
place very
who
well.
looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
You want to know what happened to the painting.
If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything
Fair
else?
enough. Well, I want to actually... You're not the
Your
first to talk to
partner,
Winchester.
Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Let's see. Anything I should be
I
wary
prefer
of?
to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
That does help.
If you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Alright. The place falls into ruin.
I don't believe
Let's
the
see about
fire
that.
is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Huh. You've already begun to nose around it, would seem.
Yep.
So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I legit has one more question.
I see no
Fire.
scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
That's true.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
Fair enough.
Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Let's see, I've asked all the questions. Yeah, let's not waste any more
Night falls
time.
quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why
the
not?
more help the
You can help.
The more help the better.
Right. Let's go.
As much as I want to continue this, I'm gonna have to end this here. So, how do I save? Oh, it's saved automatic. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. It really means a lot to me if you do that. We're starting to get into the bottom of this. I can't wait to see what happens next. But we managed to find out the submerged city. Huh. Well, anyway, let's just take a look around here before we end this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. It really means a lot to me if you do that. Also, subscribe. It's totally free. Really, it's free. Join the guild today. You won't regret it. Link in the description box down below. I may be able to actually do some of this editing later on in the evening. But for now, let me just focus on with this. So let's take a look at the clues I collected so far. I wish I could turn this or something. Oh well. Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this live stream, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next coming video. Goodbye, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.